You are listening to episode 337 of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Welcome to the Peaceful Mind Podcast, a place where you can move out of overwhelm and into a calm, confident motherhood with God at the center. I'm Danielle, certified life coach, Catholic mom, and creator of the Cyclone Mom Method. I help you create emotional steadiness and peace of mind from the inside out, so you can experience more balance and more joy in your busy mom life. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Welcome back, everyone, to the Peaceful Mind Podcast. I'm Danielle, and today's episode is a little different. I have been doing this podcast for over 6 years now. Hundreds of episodes. And if you've been listening for any length of time, you know that every single one of those episodes has the same goal. And that is to help you feel less overwhelmed and more at peace in your motherhood. But here is something I have come to realize. So many of you are walking around with a struggle. A specific area where you are not seeing the traction you want. And there is actually a resource I've created probably specifically for that. And I was thinking about this, hence why I'm doing this episode today, because I'm like, you may not even know that that help exists. I have built a lot over the years. Many of you are aware of them, and some of you aren't. I've created books, courses, guides, free downloads, practical tools, coaching programs. And because there are many of them, they can honestly get a little lost. So today, I want to slow down and I want to give you a little tour. A simple, honest look at everything. Well, you know what? It's not everything. I have curated it a bit, but many things that are available to you right now and at a range of different price points so that wherever you are and whatever you need, you can find what would fit for you. I do have what I'm going to speak to today, one place to go to. I love simplicity. So that's where I'm going to guide you to. I'm going to share with you what you can find when you go to one of the tabs on my website. And that's danielleteenel.com/resources. I will probably mention that several times today on this episode because I want it to be easy to find for you. So just think of this particular episode as your personal walkthrough. And I hope by the end of it, something I share today will meet your needs, like exactly where you are, thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I turned this on and listened to it. I was really needing something like that or wanting something like that. So just think of this episode as an awareness episode. I'm just making my listeners aware and available that I have a page with some resources that I think could help them and to want to go peruse and check it out. And if nothing is for you, no worries. We'll be back next week with another episode here. But for some of you, I hope that you will be like, oh, I'm so glad I know that this is here. Or perhaps you know someone else who could use one of these resources. So if somebody came to me and they said, Danielle, where do I even begin? I would always point them to one place first, and that is my book, The Cyclone Mom Method. This book is the foundation of everything I teach. It is the resource that I am most proud of. And honestly, it's the one I wish someone had handed me years ago when I was in the thick of overwhelm and could not figure out why I kept feeling so reactive and anxious and overwhelmed and out of control. and, just a really up and down emotional life. The Cyclone Mom method is based on the idea that your life is a swirl. The chaos, the demands, the noise, the constant motion. And inside that swirl, there is a calm center. And you can learn how to live from that center no matter what is happening around you. This book walks you through exactly how to do that. I give you a framework. The book gives you mindset tools. It gives you a faith-based perspective, and it gives you the confidence that you're not broken, that you're not behind, and you absolutely have what it takes to feel calmer, more in control, and more confident in your everyday life. If you only ever get one thing from my resource library, let the Cyclone Mom Method book be this one thing. Now, if you are newer here and you're not quite ready to purchase anything, I want you to know there is a really solid place to start for free. I have 3 free downloadable guides available on my resource page, and each one is designed for a specific kind of struggle. The first one, I call it the Overcome Overwhelm Guide. And this is for the mom who feels mentally overloaded, emotionally reactive, genuinely unsure where to start. It will help you begin shifting out of survival mode and into a greater steadiness and clarity just simply by reading the guide. The second is called the Divine Time Saving Secrets Guide. And this one is for the mom who feels like there is simply never enough time, like the pace of motherhood is running her instead of the other way around. Is that you? Because if it is, it will help you start creating a little bit more order and some breathing room in your actual daily life. So go grab that one if this one resonates. And the third one you can find on the resource page under the Start for Free section is Making God a Priority Guide. And this is for the mom who longs to feel a little bit more spiritually grounded, but let's say is struggling to stay consistent with her faith. You're in the busyness of daily life, and it's just a really beautiful, kind of gentle place to begin a new journey to make God a priority in your life. And all 3 are free, and all 3 are waiting for you at danielletenold.com/resources. Okay, now I know I mentioned the first book, The Cyclone Mom Method, but what you will then find on the resource page is the books, core teachings that I have for a peaceful motherhood. So beyond the Cyclone Mom Method, I have additional books that each go deeper on a specific area of your mom life. You will find the Divine Time Solution, and that is for moms. That's a book for moms who need real help with time management. I'm not offering a rigid time management system, right? It's not a new app, but it is a practical, faith-grounded approach in this book for you to create more peace, patience, and productivity in how you manage your days. Another book, this one is so special to me. I love it so. And you as listeners, especially if you've been listening for years and years and years now, this one might totally resonate with you. It's called the Peaceful Mind Bible for Busy Moms. And it is a collection of wisdom-filled reflections that will help you cultivate inner calm and a renewed mindset. And what it is the episodes, the first 100 episodes of this exact podcast, right? Just made into chapters that are short and powerful, which makes it just perfect to keep it somewhere you might just have a minute or two to connect with throughout your day. The third book I want to bring your attention to that you can find on the resource page is the Divine Abundance book. And it's focused on the subject of finances. money. It is a faith-centered approach to money. And when you read it, it'll bring you some more clarity, the stewardship and trust in God's provision. And the approach will help you in how you think about and manage your finances and your financial life. And then the last book I want to bring to your attention, that's more like a reading book, is the Happy, Healthy, and Holy Daily Devotional. And this one is 365 days of daily reflections and prayers to support your spiritual growth, your emotional balance, and your intentional motherhood living. And it's just 1 page a day. It's not even it's just sometimes it's 2 different days on 1 page, but it acts as and works as a devotional. So consistent, it'll ground you, and it's beautiful. And then I still put this in my book section, but this isn't the reading book. But the last one that makes up in my library is the Divine Time Planner. And this one's not just a book, but it's a structured 6-month planning system. And it is designed to help you organize your days with faith, gratitude, and purpose, and not to take a lot of time to do so. And if you've ever wanted your planner to feel like way more than a to-do list, this is it. It's hard to explain everything, all the goodness that's in that planner. But you will see, go onto the resource page, check it out. There's a link that takes you right to tell you all that you can find inside that planner. And again, all of these are available at danielletino.com/resources. And all these books are under my core teaching sections. Then on that page, you'll find that I have several self-guided programs that you can purchase to help you have more peace in your busy mom life. So if you're somebody who learns best through video instruction and maybe like step-by-step guidance, then I have created 3 self-guided programs that will go take you deeper into these subjects. And these are around $47. Whereas if I didn't mention before, we have the free downloads, but my books range, you can get them in different formats. So some of them have digital versions that you can get and access right then and download them for $4.99. And then some of the book versions are paperback, and they're somewhere from $14.99 to $24.99, I believe. The planner you can get, I believe the spiral bound is $29.99. And then I have a few books that, if you have a Kindle, you can get it free on Amazon. And then you also can get some of these paperbacks on Amazon as well. Again, but on my resource page, under the books you're interested, it will show you what is available for that particular book. Okay, so back to my video self-guided program section. Those are around $47. And they're designed to help you create lasting change in a specific area of your life. So one of the first programs you'll see is the Divine Time program. And it's a guided course to help you build some sustainable rhythms of peace and order. And this one is time management, which is kind of like the video course similar to my Divine Time Solution book. So it's just a different kind of format to get the information. So if the Divine Time Solution book resonates with you, this program then takes those principles and walks you through applying them step by step. Then there's my 10% Healthier program. And this is a very realistic approach to improving your physical well-being, especially while you're balancing the demands of motherhood. So in my philosophy here, when it comes to losing weight and getting healthier or working out more, this program, it's not a dramatic overhaul. It's going to help you have sustainable, grace-filled path toward feeling better in your body. So look that one up if that interests you. And then just like my Divine Abundance book, I also have the Faith Focused Finances program, and that is a faith-aligned framework for creating financial abundance in your life. So if money feels heavy or stressful or like an area where you are just not seeing progress and you want to, this program will meet you with both practical tools and some spiritual grounding. Okay, so those are the three: the Divine Time program, the 10% Healthier program, and the Faith Focused Finances. Those are the self-guided courses that I have available on that resource page. And then we come to some separate, like, practical tools for immediate support. So that's what I call this next category. And these are even a lower cost resource. It's about around $17. And this kind of gives you something specific and actionable, like right away. So I have the 30-day Path to a Peaceful Mind guide. I smile with this one. I love it so because this was one of my this was very early on in my coaching that I created this. And I just, again, have a special place in my heart for it. And it helps you create, again, lasting inner peace. And it's 30 days, and there's one focus practice at a time. And it's repeatable. And it will just give you some wisdom to soak in. I've got some questions there for you to ask. And it really is a guide that I know where moms, you don't have to have, hours of time dedicated to really, connect with Christ and really, feel more peace in your day. And so I love this. I guess sometimes I call it a little journal, a little guide, but it's a 30-day specific path to more peace. And then I have the Ultimate Digital Detox Plan. Many moms really have a challenge with their children and the electronic focused age that we're in. So that's why I created this tool for you to be able to purchase. And really, it's a simple step-by-step guide. It'll help you reclaim kind of back what feels like a little control over this digital life we all have now, and it'll help reduce your screen time, restore kind of more genuine connection in your family with some really good ideas that I've curated for you. And then there is the Peaceful Mom Self-Care Makeover. And this is for me to help you prioritize self-care without guilt or overwhelm, right? I know that I debunk how self-care is selfish. If that's something that you currently believe, then getting this this toolkit will be great for you, right? So it's for the mom who keeps putting herself last and wondering why you feel so depleted. Yeah, one of my favorite things that you'll find inside the Peaceful Mom Self-Care Makeover toolkit is that you will have a list of 100 self-care ideas. And I know that you can at least find a dozen in there that resonate with you. And then the last resource in this kind of category that I call practical tools for immediate support is the Divine Time Tracker Toolkit. And that will help you identify hidden time drains, and where you can then implement a simple system that's going to help you boost your productivity and, of course, increase your peace. Not many of us take the time to do what I have laid out in this time tracker for you to be able to do and to use in order to help you see where like your time leaks and what's really triggering you emotionally. That's really kind of like taking up our time. So this one is laid out time tracker. And so again, for all of these, you go to danielletenold.com/resources, and you'll find those under the practical tools section. Those are pretty much the bulk of one that I wanted to talk about today, as letting you know these courses and books and free downloads, and then some practical tool downloads that you can access. And again, just a real variety. You've got $4.99 to $47 available in those resources. And then I just want to take a moment to talk about coaching, because I know some of you might have been circling around it for a while, and you're not quite sure what it looks like or whether it's right for you. And then some of you are listening to this and you're already one of my clients, but here's the honest truth. Books, courses, and tools, they are genuinely valuable. And I created them because they can help. They are helpful and useful. And I know that my time and my abilities are limited, as every human being is, and I can't help the hundreds and thousands of you who are on the other end of this podcast individually. That's why I created these books and courses, because I hope that God would use them to be able to help more of the masses, right? But I have to speak to that there is a kind of change that only happens when you are personally guided and supported through the process. And when someone is just with you in real life, helping you apply what you're learning and helping you see what you cannot see on your own and walking beside you as you actually do the work, this is what coaching is. And so I would be amiss if I didn't say that this type of help was also one of the resources that are available to you. And I offer personal coaching with me in two ways. The first way is private one-on-one coaching, where we work together personally, and I help you create lasting change in how you experience your motherhood. And then there's a group coaching option, and that is where you go through the same transformation, but in a community of other moms who are on the same journey. So if you're somebody who has been trying to figure this out on your own for a while, maybe you've been reading more, trying new routines, hoping the next season will feel different, and you are still not seeing the shift you're hoping for, coaching might be what is actually missing. And especially what coaching brings to your life, what it offers, what you learn there in this container, that's what is actually could be missing. And the best way to find out if that is an option that fits with you at this time of life, the best way is to book a free Peaceful Mom strategy call with me. It is a 45-minute conversation where we talk about what's going on for you, what you're hoping for, and you get some help from me personally on that call. And we will be able to help figure out if even you need the next step, whether coaching is a good fit for you at this time or not, right? There is no pressure when you come to those calls and no obligation. It's simply a conversation. And you can book that directly when you go to my website, and I will have the link in the show notes as well. And that's also a beautiful resource. Okay, I hope today gave you a clearer picture of what's actually available to you through Danielle Teno Coaching. My deepest desire has always been to be a channel of peace for the moms who I feel that are the answer to the prayer that I ask God to connect me with. And this is why I created this podcast 6 years ago. It's why I've spent years writing and building these resources, because I know what it feels like to be in the thick of motherhood and to desperately want to feel calmer and more like myself. And I didn't know quite where to turn. But you don't have to figure this out alone. And you don't have to stay stuck. I know that there could be something on that resource page that would be helpful to you. because whatever season you're in right now, there is a next step for you. So head over to danielletino.com/resources and take a look around. I think you will find something that feels like exactly what you've been looking for. And if not, no worries. I just always want to thank you for spending any time with me on the podcast. It is always a privilege for me to be here with you. All right, so until next week, I'm wishing you so much love and peace. So until then, may peace be with you always. Thank you for listening to the Peaceful Mind podcast. If you've been feeling a quiet desire for more peace and steadiness in your motherhood, I invite you to take the next step by scheduling a Peaceful Mom strategy call at danielletino.com. You'll also find the link in the show notes. It would be an honor to support you at any stage of your motherhood journey.